I don't know anything about this, people. But apparently there's a okay, actually, let me set this up slightly differently. So since RFK Jr. has been elected as Health and Human Services guy, the leader of that department, he has like simultaneously somehow managed to like create like an Ebola pandemic, what was the last one, a hantavirus pandemic. I'm not saying he's directly responsible or whatever, but and then like what was the other one? There's been various like measles outbreaks in Florida and stuff. Like it just seems like diseases are going crazy out there. But we got a new one, people. We got a new one, and I think that like I keep telling people my theory, and nobody ever listens to me. That RFK Jr. is the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. He is death. He is death, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. Look at him. Look at him, listen to him, and then look at what he does. He is death or pestilence or something along those lines. Like he is like we need to take my words seriously, people. I'm telling you, this is what's happening. And another sign of that is that now we have flesh-eating parasites are now being detected in South Texas. Only the third U.S. case of screwworm in decades. So look. I don't know. I can't remember what all of the horsemen are. He might be a mix of multiple. I don't know, but I just know there's something going on here, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. So let's go ahead and watch this video and see if it plays into my theory or not.
We are taking immediate action this afternoon and evening. Has already begun to deploy to contain and eradicate this case of the New World Screwworm in South Texas. We have, number one, formed a unified incident command team with the Texas Animal Health Commission and deployed our APHIS response team.
I guess this is Department of Agriculture, not necessarily Department of Health. Or what's RFK? What's his title again? Junior position. Department of Health and Human Services. Okay, I guess that's the same thing. I don't know. So I guess this is slightly different, people. Okay, this is slightly different. Maybe this is, who's the Department of Agriculture head? Department of Agriculture head. Brooke Rollins. I don't know anything about that person, but I think it's funnier to think that it's RFK Jr. because he also like he also like has this weird fascination with like dead animals and stuff, and like I don't know, he's just like the embodiment of like pestilence and disease and death, and so that's why I'm thinking that's the horseman he is. So I think that he's involved in this somehow. I think I'm still right, even though this is a different department.
And personnel to the area. They are already on the ground. We've established a 20-kilometer infested zone around the detection and implementing quarantines, movement controls, and surveillance in this area. We have expedited targeted release of the sterile New World screwworm flies.
It's also flesh-eating parasite is just like, God, that like, I don't know if these things are like a thing for humans. If this is just in like cows and stuff, but like I feel like that this is like the start of like zombie apocalypse time. Like you know, like we're about to get like the T virus or something is about to come out. Does it not feel like that is like the current situation that we're living through right now, that something like something terrible is about to happen?
Which is how we solve for the issue, of course, by immediately deploying a 4 million ground release chambers in the area, in addition to the 4 million sterile flies per week already being released aerially in the area. We are increasing trapping and surveillance for New World screwworm flies along the border just outside of the dispersal area. We are implementing New World screwworm surveillance for the New World screwworm flies along the border and just outside of the dispersal.
Oh, I guess this is Brooke Rollins
area. We are implementing additional surveillance and management strategies in wildlife, and of course, conducting targeted outreach in the local area.
It says down here There have been no detections of the fly in the U.S., and officials were quick to say that while the fly's larvae are a threat to livestock production, they don't infest food. Properly treated, even the infested calf should recover, is what she says. So at the very least, it sounds like there's like a cure to this if it does like break into humans.
As well as across the state. To date, as I mentioned, there have been no further detections of New World screwworm in the United States. Top line, this pest does not cause any sort of a food safety issue. It is not a disease, but simply an insect that feeds on living tissues. Oof. Once removed and cleaned, animals treated early enough, including the calf that we're talking about, the 8-week-old bovine, that calf and those animals, if they're treated early enough, will recover and are safe to enter the food supply system.
I don't like that.
But here we are in 2021.
I don't like that. Can we just not? Can we just not with those calves? Like, can they just like, I don't know, like maybe instead of those cows being the ones that we eat, maybe those cows can go like live at like a sanctuary or something. Like I know that like these companies need to like get as much profit as possible off of every individual cow. Every like square inch of land that they have has to be like in condition, needs to be minimized just so that they can make like the most amount of profit they possibly can. But can't we just let the one calf that like got like a flesh-eating super virus, like a flesh-eating zombie virus, and like can't we just let that one go live on a farm somewhere like till it dies, as opposed to like do we have to let that enter the food chain is my question. I don't know, it seems like just an unnecessary risk. Like, do we have to?
One, the New World screwworm for the first time in decades breached the biological barrier in Panama at the Darien Gap, which had successfully contained to South America, as I mentioned, for 4 or 5 decades, 50 years. In 2023, Panama reported a significant increase in the number of New World screwworm cases. And since 2023, beginning in 2021, that New World screwworm has spread northward through Central America. In 2024, November 2024, it reached the southern states of Mexico. And we all, as you know, have been talking and tracking and working around the clock to contain it. But we have not, Mexico, with the illicit movement of cattle and not having enough sterile flies, certainly has led us to today, June 3rd, 2026, the U.S. confirming its first New World screwworm case in the state of Texas since 1966. And in April of this year,
Yikes.
we announced
1966. Dude, every single disease, every single pest, every single like thing that I thought that we had solved, right? Every problem that I feel like we solved is now coming back in full force. I don't understand, except unless my theory is correct, then I do understand. Because yeah, it seems crazy that all of these things that have been solved for like decades are now making a resurgence.
Our additional investment of $750 million to build the largest facility on record at the Moore Air Base in South Texas, further increasing our ability to protect U.S. agriculture from this threat.
God,
when this facility is fully...
And it can infest humans, I think, if you eat the cow. I'm reading like an article on the side. So since eradication in 1966, the flies have been spotted domestically in isolated outbreaks through the Americas Southwest in 1970s and the Florida Keys in 2016. People who travel to outbreak areas, spend time among livestock animals, slept outdoors, and have an open wound are at greater risk of becoming infested with the screwworm. So maybe not eating. Well, I don't know. I think eating would probably do it too. The department also said it would expedite the targeted release of sterile New World screwworm flies from the ground, a tactic that was used successfully to stop the 2016 outbreak in the Florida Keys. The department said this would be in addition to the 4 million sterile flies per week currently being released in the area. Okay. Well, oh man. Okay. Well, at the very least, I would say this. Maybe it's a good thing that beef is like $10 a pound now. maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I don't know, but it sounds like it can infect any animal, but it seems like it has it tends to go for cattle. So I haven't been eating that much beef lately anyway, particularly just because it's so expensive. So maybe I'll be saved for being like a cheapskate.
Fully operational, it will have the capacity to produce 300 million sterile flies per week. This facility is expected to be operational.
Okay, I think I got it. I read that article too, or like parts of it, so I kind of get what's going on. We'll keep an eye out for the flesh-eating zombie parasite. It's not really a zombie parasite because it doesn't seem like it affects your brain at all, but it does seem to it does seem to like consume your flesh. So I guess in that regard, you can think of it as a zombie parasite. But okay, let's hope. Yeah, stay away from beef for the time being. Maybe at least until RFK Jr.'s out of there.